Consider this scenario. Achieving the milestone of 100 may be more attainable than previously perceived. Japan's most senior physician continued to provide care to patients well into his centenarian years. He opted to forego medication and restrictive dietary plans, choosing instead to maintain a regimen of uncomplicated meals on a daily basis. Prior to his departure, he disclosed a personal insight. Let us analyze the components to facilitate your immediate engagement. The average life expectancy in the United States is approximately 76 years. The current temperature in Okinawa, Japan, is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Many individuals surpass that age. Individuals are maintaining an active lifestyle at the age of 100, engaging in activities such as walking, cooking, and tending to their gardens. What is the underlying mechanism behind their success? The focus is not on pharmaceuticals or costly interventions. Their dietary choices and lifestyle habits play a crucial role in their overall health and well-being. Dr. Shigeki Hinohara achieved the remarkable age of 105, continuing his practice as a physician well into his centenarian years. What is his method? Basic nutrition, regular schedules, and appreciating the small pleasures in daily living. Today, we will examine 5 fundamental principles that were adhered to and how they may enhance your energy levels and digestive health, and cognitive sharpness following the age of 60. The action taken was an error. What is the rationale behind this? Excessive indulgence while neglecting essential priorities. We will begin with a concept that initially appears straightforward. The focus is on the quantity of food consumed. In Western culture, achieving a sensation of fullness is frequently viewed as a desirable outcome. Please ensure that you consume all the food on your plate. Engage in a memorable and impactful experience. Increased portion sizes are often perceived as providing greater value. In Okinawa, Japan, a region noted for its high centenarian population, the focus on longevity diverges from conventional expectations. They possess a distinctive perspective on various matters. The concept referred to as haribu emphasizes the practice of ceasing food intake upon reaching approximately 80% satiety. Only 80%. It is advisable to cease consumption at this point. What is the significance of this issue? Reducing your caloric intake can significantly assist in minimizing excess calories, decreasing inflammation, alleviating stress on your organs, and supporting the maintenance of a healthy weight without the need for a formal diet. Research conducted by the National Institute on Aging indicates a correlation between moderate caloric restriction and increased longevity, as well as improved metabolic health outcomes. Dr. Hinhara, the most senior practicing physician in Japan, adhered to this principle throughout his entire career. He advocated for a mindful approach to eating, savoring each bite, and concluding the meal with a slight sense of hunger. He attributed his vitality and cognitive acuity well into his 90s to this method. Let us now discuss Helen, who is 68 years of age. From an early age, she was educated on the importance of food conservation. She consistently consumed every portion, regardless of her satiety levels. Over time, she began to observe a gradual decline in her digestive function, persistent fatigue during the afternoon, and difficulties with nocturnal rest. Subsequently, she became aware of hara, haikai, bu. She initiated a practice at each meal to assess whether she was genuinely experiencing hunger or merely consuming food out of routine. The outcome: increased energy levels, improved sleep quality, reduced bloating, and notably, enhanced enjoyment during meals. Please consider implementing this tonight. It is advisable to consume your meals at a measured pace. Take a moment to pause and breathe between each bite. When you perceive a sensation of approximately 70% satiety, it is advisable to pause for a moment. Your dietary practices represent only the initial phase of your overall health journey. Subsequently, we will proceed to discuss. Let us examine the culinary landscape of Japan and uncover the unique protein sources that are esteemed within their cuisine. Another frequent oversight involves neglecting beans and plant-based proteins. Let us proceed to discuss the importance of protein in our diet. It is crucial for muscle development, enhancing recovery processes, and promoting healthy aging. However, it is a common misconception among many individuals, particularly in Western regions, that protein is exclusively derived from meat sources. In Okinawa, a region known for its exceptionally long-lived population, the primary sources of protein exhibit notable differences. The source is not derived from beef or poultry. These products are derived from plant sources, particularly soybeans, including nutritious tofu, savory miso, beneficial natto, and fresh edamame. These foods are not merely ordinary. They represent essential components of the Japanese longevity diet. What is the significance of this matter? Soy-based foods contain a comprehensive profile of plant protein and are rich in isoflavones, which may contribute to the reduction of inflammation and the promotion of cardiovascular health. Additionally, they provide prebiotic fiber that supports gastrointestinal health. Research presented in the American. According to findings published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, regular consumption of soy has been associated with a reduction in LDL cholesterol levels, an enhancement in bone density, and a decreased risk of cognitive decline. Dr. Shigaki Hinohara, the most senior physician currently practicing in Japan, incorporated tofu into his daily diet, as he believed it contributed to maintaining arterial health and supported digestive function, even in his 90s. Allow me to introduce you to Frank. At the age of 73 and enjoying a fulfilling retirement, he has consistently chosen to exclude soy from his diet. Intrigued by the role of hormones, particularly estrogen, he found motivation from a documentary focusing on Japanese centenarians and resolved to embark on a new journey. Bi-weekly, he replaced red meat with a vibrant tofu stir-fry incorporating bok choy, garlic, and ginger. Extremely straightforward, gentle, and fulfilling. Following a 3-week period, there was a notable reduction in his blood pressure, a decrease in joint pain, and he no longer experienced the necessity for afternoon naps. The primary conclusion to be drawn is as follows. It is possible to achieve dietary balance without fully adopting a vegetarian lifestyle. Incorporate lentils and black beans into your diet. Incorporate beans or tofu into your dietary regimen a few times each week. Next, we will explore a significant anti-aging component present in a food that is often neglected by many Americans, yet is a staple in the breakfast routines of numerous individuals in Japan. Let us proceed with that discussion at this time. Overlooking the advantages of fermented foods is a frequent oversight. Discover one of Japan's most effective practices for promoting longevity and overall well-being. This is not merely a vitamin or supplement. It represents a cherished tradition, served warm, providing comfort and vitality. Welcome to this realm. Fermented foods are products that have undergone a process of fermentation, which involves the conversion of sugars into acids, gases, or alcohol by microorganisms such as bacteria and yeast. These foods are often recognized for their potential health benefits, including the promotion of gut health and the enhancement of nutrient absorption. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a distinguished physician in Japan, commenced his day with a modest serving of miso soup. For him, it represented more than mere sustenance. It was a cherished daily practice for revitalization. The Okinawan diet prominently features miso, natto, pickled vegetables, and fermented seaweed. These components are rich in live probiotics that enhance gastrointestinal health, contain enzymes that facilitate nutrient breakdown, and are abundant in anti-inflammatory compounds that support brain function, joint health, and immune system efficacy. In Western populations, a significant number of elderly individuals utilize probiotic supplements. However, authentic fermented foods offer a range of additional health benefits. The combination of whole foods with live bacteria produces effects that are typically unmatched by pharmaceutical interventions. I would like to present Claire to you. At the age of 70, she is experiencing a fulfilling retirement following a distinguished career as a librarian. For an extended period, she experienced symptoms such as bloating, irregular digestive patterns, and a sensation of heaviness in the abdomen following meals. She experimented with various forms of dietary fiber. She experimented with various powders, digestive enzymes, and a wide range of probiotics available in the market. A significant transformation occurred when an acquaintance presented her with a jar of authentic miso paste. Every morning, she initiated her day with a comforting cup of warm miso broth, limited to just 1 cup. No significant alterations to dietary habits, and no supplementation whatsoever. By the second week, the distinction was evident. Experiencing bloating, absent, her energy exhibited a consistent and even quality. The afternoons exhibited a marked improvement in overall well-being. Her appetite has reached a state of equilibrium. It was authentic. The true efficacy lies within the bacteria. It is dynamic and vibrant, rather than merely existing in a pharmaceutical form. You have the capability to initiate this as well. Consider incorporating miso into warm water or consuming naturally fermented pickles as part of your dietary regimen. Aging well encompasses more than just gastrointestinal health. It fundamentally involves achieving a state of balance. Now, let us discuss one of the food groups that individuals in Western regions may exhibit some uncertainty towards. The dietary practices observed in Japan are frequently lauded for their potential benefits in promoting cardiovascular health and maintaining clear arterial pathways. What would be the fourth error identified? It is advisable to refrain from consuming specific foods, carbohydrates, and the exclusion of sweet potatoes. It is important to acknowledge the reality of the situation. In the Western regions, carbohydrates are often perceived as detrimental to health. It is a common recommendation to reduce carbohydrate intake for weight loss purposes. It is often recommended that older individuals limit their intake of starches. It is important to recognize that not all carbohydrates possess the same nutritional value. Certain varieties, such as those consumed in Okinawa, may contribute to increased longevity. Let us discuss the Japanese purple sweet potatoes. They possess attributes that extend beyond their visually appealing hues. They possess a significant amount of strength. Notably, these foods constitute more than 60% of the daily caloric intake for centenarians residing in Okinawa. What distinguishes them from others? These contain anthocyanins, which serve as antioxidants that safeguard blood vessels and combat cellular aging, attributed to their fiber content. These nutrients contribute to the maintenance of stable blood glucose levels and support digestive health, with potassium and vitamin C playing crucial roles in cardiovascular function and immune system strength. Additionally, these foods possess a low glycemic index, which helps to mitigate the occurrence of sugar crashes. Dr. Seiji Hinohara frequently preferred sweet potatoes to rice, as he considered them to be gentler on the body and providing significant protective benefits. Research conducted by the National Institutes of Health indicates that foods rich in anthocyanins, such as Japanese sweet potatoes, may contribute positively to vascular function, mitigate inflammation, and potentially decelerate cognitive decline in the elderly population. Introducing Paul, a 69-year-old individual presenting with risk factors for diabetes, experiencing fatigue and a sense of frustration. He has been refraining from the consumption of specific food items. Despite the consumption of carbohydrates, including those considered beneficial, there was a noticeable decline in his energy levels, accompanied by an increase in cravings that appeared to be escalating beyond manageable limits. The dietitian advised the patient to incorporate steamed Japanese sweet potatoes into his diet, ensuring they are prepared without any oil. They are straightforward and unembellished, prompting Paul to incorporate half a cup into his lunch regimen. Within a span of 2 weeks, he observed an increase in his energy levels throughout the afternoon. His cravings diminished, and his blood glucose levels stabilized more effectively than previously observed. Several months have elapsed, and the primary conclusion is this: there is no substantial reason to harbor apprehension regarding carbohydrates. It is advisable to make informed and prudent choices, similar to the practices observed in Japanese culture. Let us now explore the most significant insight provided by Japan's leading medical expert. Nutrition is not solely determined by dietary choices. It also encompasses one's psychological approach. Before we conclude, it is essential to address one more significant aspect that is frequently neglected, an element that may hold greater influence than the dietary choices you make. The focus extends beyond the nutritional content of your meal. It encompasses the overall mindset and approach you adopt towards various aspects of life. Dr. Hino exhibited a relaxed approach to dietary habits. He did not monitor caloric intake or concern himself with macronutrient distribution. He adhered to a consistent and pleasurable regimen that significantly influenced the trajectory of his life. Each morning, he initiated his day with a simple routine, which included a comforting bowl of miso soup, a pleasant walk, and some reading. He refrained from excessive eating, not due to necessity, but in consideration of his body's well-being. He consistently opted for the stairs over the elevator, maintaining this practice well into his 90s. He exhibited a remarkable level of curiosity, delivered engaging lectures, authored thought-provoking books, and consistently maintained a positive demeanor. He once stated, "To maintain a youthful spirit, it is essential to engage in enjoyable activities." Consider Marie, who is currently 71 years of age. She previously exhibited a strong preoccupation with nutritional labels, meticulously monitoring carbohydrate intake and consciously steering clear of sugars. However, this situation induced significant stress for her, as she continuously pursued the next guideline. Subsequently, she engaged with Hinohara's philosophy, resulting in a significant transformation in her life. She initiated her mornings with a 20-minute walk, savored her meals at a measured pace, and allocated time for self-care, for an afternoon tea, to take a moment for relaxation and tranquility. She made the decision to cultivate herbs on her windowsill, looking forward to observing their growth and development. The introduction of that new atmosphere resulted in significant changes. Health encompasses not only the physical body, but also the emotional state, mental outlook, and the pursuit of a harmonious balance in life. As you reflect on the meals we have shared, please keep that in mind. It is important to consider more than just the quantity of protein in your diet. Take pleasure in those tranquil mornings. Reevaluate your perspective on reducing sugar intake. Incorporate an increased amount of humor. Enhance your nutritional regimen. Support your well-being. If you are uncertain about how to proceed, it is advisable to maintain a straightforward approach. Commence with a sense of joy. Commence your journey akin to the physician who reached the age of 105, disseminating joy throughout the process. Subsequently, we will analyze the 5 fundamental principles and examine the approach of implementing them incrementally. At this juncture, it is prudent to consolidate all pertinent information. These strategies are relatively straightforward. These are minor adjustments that individuals exhibiting remarkable resilience incorporate into their daily routines. Consider the insights of Japan's oldest physician and implement these 5 straightforward modifications that you can initiate immediately. Initially, it is advisable to cease consumption when you reach approximately 80% of satiety. This promotes optimal digestive function, enhances energy levels, and contributes to a youthful vitality. It is advisable to take a moment to assess your level of satiety before consuming additional food. Subsequently, incorporate additional sources of plant-based proteins such as tofu, lentils, and edamame into your diet. They are straightforward to prepare and gentle on the body. Incorporate fermented foods into your meals, such as a spoonful of miso accompanied by a slice of sour pickled vegetable. Beneficial microorganisms that support gastrointestinal health and enhance immune function. Opt for complex carbohydrates such as sweet potatoes, as they provide sustained energy without causing a subsequent decline in energy levels. Embrace a lifestyle characterized by simplicity. Consume nutritious meals and allow your well-being to be evident. It encompasses more than mere sustenance. It pertains to the atmosphere, the essence, and the pleasure derived from the experience. Each of these modifications contributes positively to cardiovascular health, enhances cognitive clarity, promotes digestive function, and fosters greater autonomy. The most advantageous aspect. It is advisable to approach the situation gradually, addressing each component sequentially. A sudden and comprehensive alteration can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed. Commence with a singular action, a minor adjustment, a specific habit, or simply take a moment to pause and breathe between each bite. What is currently resonating with you today? We invite you to share your insights in the comments section. Your decision has the potential to motivate others who are observing. Please remain attentive, as we are about to disclose a widely consumed health food that may be contributing to an increased perception of aging among seniors, rather than promoting vitality. We are in the process of concluding our activities at this time. One does not require an impeccable strategy to enhance longevity. Initiating with modest steps is sufficient. Let us commence today's discussion with a few straightforward modifications. Enjoy the delightful flavor of miso, prepare a nutritious sweet potato through steaming, and be sure to smile during your lunch break. Each individual habit is significant, and collectively, they contribute to overall outcomes. It is not solely a matter of extending lifespan, rather, it is essential to enhance the quality of life during those years. Who is accompanying me? Please feel free to share your thoughts if you are initiating your journey towards longevity today. I look forward to our next video session. Investigate a nutritional item that may be accelerating the aging process of your body, greater than your initial assessment.